Chapter 1. The Perfect Silence, 00 to 130. She was an algorithm darling, a digital ghost in the machine. At 27, Maya Vance, known to her 5 million followers as Cipher, was a successful digital artist and streamer, living a life almost entirely online. Her apartment in Portland was a smart home fortress, constantly monitored, always connected. This level of digital documentation is why her disappearance is not just chilling, but impossible. On the night of August 3rd, Maya was wrapping up a 7-hour live stream. She logged off around 11:45 p.m., telling her chat, "Time for a late-night snack. Be back tomorrow." That was the last confirmed sighting of Maya Vance. The next morning, her production team flagged her absence. Her stream was dark, her social media silent. When police arrived, they found an apartment completely sealed. The smart lock log showed the door had not been opened or closed since Maya entered 20 hours earlier. Every window was locked from the inside. There was no sign of struggle, no forced entry, and no note. Only the rhythmic, gentle hum of her server rack and the blue glow of her dormant monitors filled the silent room. Maya Vance had vanished from a perfect digital cage. Chapter 2. The Digital Ghost, 1:30 to 3:45. The physical evidence was non-existent, forcing investigators to rely solely on the digital footprint. This is where the case truly breaks down. The smart speaker in the kitchen, a high-end device, was always recording ambient sound. It was designed to delete inactive audio, but a deep forensic dive recovered a continuous, fragmented feed that covered the crucial time frame. For the hour after the stream ended, there was only the sound of kitchen activity, the clinking of plates, the hum of the fridge. But then, at exactly 12:41 a.m., the continuous feed recorded 3 distinct, unidentifiable sounds. The first was a low, rhythmic, metallic clicking, the second a single sharp tone, high-pitched and brief, and the third the sound of Maya's own voice, captured not in the kitchen, but muffled and distant, as if from a different room, uttering a single, panicked word. "Wait!" Seconds later, the continuous audio feed simply cut out. Not an error, not a power failure, but a complete, immediate, and inexplicable data stop. The microphone had not failed. The data just vanished, creating a perfect digital blackout. Third chapter 3. The last 48 seconds, 3:45 to 6:15. The surveillance footage was even more confounding. While the mainstream camera was off, Maya's secondary monitor, which she used to display system diagnostics, was connected to a peripheral surveillance app. This app was set to capture a single still image every minute, logged with precise metadata. For hours, the log showed typical images: Maya stretching, Maya walking to the kitchen, Maya setting down her snack. Then at 12:51 a.m., the image log captured a perfect clear image of the hallway. Maya is standing near her bedroom door, looking directly toward the camera, her expression not one of fear, but of profound confusion. The next recorded image, stamped 1 minute later at 12:51 a.m., shows the exact same view, but Maya is gone. Here's the paradox. Between these two 1-minute timestamps, there is the audio recording of her saying, "Wait." Investigators tried to reconcile the digital logs, but they found an impossible entry, a phantom image log entry at 12:41:35 a.m. This image file, stamped at the precise moment of the audio interruption, was found corrupted. Its internal code was overwritten with a single cryptic designation, error 404 not found. The system had logged that the subject was present. Then 1 minute later, the system reported an error that the subject was not found in reality. 4. Chapter 4. The Outsider Theory and the Code, 6:15 to 8:30. Police initially suspected a long-term stalker, known only as the janitor, a moderator who had been banned from her community for obsessive behavior. They believed the janitor somehow manipulated the smart home system remotely, but the lack of digital breach evidence ruled that out. The case went cold for 6 months until a third-party IT specialist reviewing Maya's custom-built server found an overlooked memory component in the most unlikely of places: the smart refrigerator. Maya had set up the refrigerator's internal voice assistant to manage custom recipe ideas. Deep within its archived network memory, they found a single, non-human, encrypted data packet dated 4 days before she vanished. The packet was an instruction set. It was a complex, self-deleting script designed to modify the smart home's basic protocols. When decrypted, the code's sole function was revealed. It created a temporary local null space in the home's network, essentially telling all the security cameras and sensors to ignore any movement within a specific 10-square-foot area of the apartment for exactly 48 seconds. This null space was perfectly timed to align with the 48 seconds between the last confirmed sighting and the error 404 log. The code created a window where the system was temporarily programmed to pretend that a specific person or object did not exist. But who placed the code? And if the apartment was sealed from the outside, how was the code activated internally? V. Chapter 5. The Impossible Conclusion, 8:30 to 10. The final piece of the puzzle came from the mysterious symbol, a logo found on a small USB stick hidden inside the smart speaker. The same speaker that recorded the chilling wait. The symbol belonged to Chiron Systems, a defunct black market tech firm that specialized in digital identity erasure and untraceable relocation services. The police now have two impossible truths. First, the Null-Space Code suggests an accomplice was either inside the apartment or had physical access to the server days earlier. Second, the only thing missing from the sealed apartment was Maya Vance, potentially erased by a service dedicated to making people disappear without a trace. Was Maya, the digital artist known as Cipher, trying to erase her own digital identity? Did she hire Chiron Systems, who then sealed her into an untraceable exit? Or did someone else plant the code, use the null space, and make her vanishing act look like a voluntary digital suicide? The case of the silent streamer remains open, a chilling example of how technology can preserve every detail of a life, yet still fail to explain a perfect disappearance. What is your theory on the Null-Space Code? Was the code planted to take her out, or did she activate it to get out? Comment your best theory below and subscribe for more deep dive unsolved mysteries.